Once again, I've succumbed to the pressures of social media. You know how many times I've heard people like, yo, out of the BDK fragrances, you don't got the best one. How you don't have Tabac Rose? Yo, you gotta check out Tabac Rose. Yo, Tabac Rose is lit. Why don't you have it? This, that. You're nuts. Cuba, you never talked about Tabac Rose. I'm pretty sure I've probably mentioned it. But yeah, I didn't own it till now. I finally got Tabac Rose. Been seeing it on Instagram feeds. I've been seeing it. Yo, the fire Tabac. Yo, this shit is crazy. I got it. And if this sucks, everybody in the comments is gonna have to give me $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Let's roll my music so we can check out the hyped Tabac Rose from BDK and see if all the recommendations were accurate.
We're all alone in the villa, breathing air. There's friends from the south side in case you cared. Out of all your friends, I wanna be Cuba.
Bless you, morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝐶 to the B to the A. I'm slightly under the weather, but it's all good in the hood because this entertains me. Making content makes me happy. It boosts my immune system, and that sounds like swine flu.
Oh no! I've got it too!
I finally bought Tabac Rose from Max Aroma. They didn't send it to me. I purchased this joint. A lot of people were like, yo, you gotta get this one. You like BDK fragrances, but you don't have tobacco. Like, this shit is the rosy tobacco fragrance that you need in the repertoire. Now, based on my old age, I get hyped because the first fragrance note is prune, followed by saltine crackers, and the Walker that I have in the corner, I will be using it quite frequently. So it has Rose de Madagascar, Huele de Citron, Absolute de Rose de Turkey, I'm assuming that's Turkish Rose, Tabac des Balkans, Balkan tobacco, Accord Chocolat, chocolate accord, Patchouli de Indonesia, Indonesian patchouli. I'm fucking trilingual.
I can handle things, I'm smart!
You would think Babel or 𝗙𝐿𝐼𝐿𝐼 is like a sponsor for this channel. It's incredible. And Labdanum, which is Labdanum. So let's see, let's open this puppy up. Hopefully it doesn't fall on the table and crack and break. And here's what the presentation looks like. Very snazzy, very handsome. What is this? Oh, it's design. I was like, is that shit leaking? You see like that 3D embossed kind of look? Beautiful presentation. Love the gold color tone. Doesn't necessarily scream Tabac Rose. It screams more of like a champagne, maybe a tobacco color. I don't recall smelling this fragrance. If I have, it was from a sample, but I'm gonna give you guys the true first impressions right offhand and see if all the hoopla about this fragrance is warranted. It's very good. Definitely in the space, it reminds me of like a oud satin mood. It's soft. The rose here is slightly sugary, but very buttery smooth. You do get that chocolatey element, like that dark, slightly bitter chocolate. It is kind of a romantic scent. It doesn't come in abrasive or brash or very loud on either side of the tobacco or the rose. Comes in buttery, elegant, soft, slightly sweet, a hint of like mystery, and the labdanum seems to be popping up pretty aggressively like right now. There is definitely an refinement, a level of elegance in this joint that's really classied up. This is something definitely to rock as far as like going out, dressed up, putting on your Sunday's best, hitting a little church on a Sunday if that's your thing. I gotta try this on skin. It's very classy, a nice smoothness. I can't help but to think of oud satin mood when it comes to this fragrance, but let's see what it does on skin. It's got a nice little labdanum pop up top off the skin, followed by the buttery rose. The tobacco here is not crazy, like in your face. It's kind of subdued. I do get a little bit of a oud essence coming off this joint because it reminds me a lot of a rose oud combination. Delicate, soft, unisex, leans slightly masculine, but it's also down the middle at some points. There is a boldness, there is a darkness, there is a slightly rustic feel to this rosy, like a roughed, chopped, aggressive-y rose that's also buttery smooth in some aspects that have this element of sweetness, sensuality, depth. Do make it very interesting, but this doesn't feel like it has casual vibes. It feels all dressied up, sexy, grown, and date night lituations. The performance of the fragrance seems to be pretty average. It doesn't smell like a beast mode, although I didn't spray crazy amounts. There is a nice sillage bubble in the air, and there is definitely a classiness and sexiness about this scent. The more it dries down, the more that it's starting to grow on me in a way that I get the hype. I'm assuming that level of sweetness that I'm getting in this mid section that's feeling kind of juicy is from that prunish kind of note, but that prunish also feels a little bit plumish to my taste. The box indicates it as prune, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't prune, either a dried up raisin or a dried up plum. I think it's a dried up plum, no? More of the chocolate essences are coming through the more that this fragrance dries down, which makes it even more mysterious and darker. It kind of feels like, to my brain, if you took elements of oud, satin, mood and mixed it with a little Kilian Black Phantom. That's kind of how my brain is interpreting this scent profile. It's got that dark, it's got that mystery, it's got a little bit of juiciness. The florals in here are beautiful, sweet, although aggressive, still somehow buttery soft. It's like a big brolic dude on wild steroids that sits down and pets kitty cats. It's like fucking Lenny of Mice and Men. It's got a vibe. It's definitely got a vibe. The full dry down is where this joint is at. Very sexy, very masculine, still a little gritty. I want to give it to like the labdanum and like patchouli aspect of this fragrance. I feel like those happen to be the base, that core that really holds up that fragrance and lets the other notes shine. But at full dry down, yes, Tobacco Rose from BDK, beautiful scent profile. Again, the easiest way to put it without all the hoopla and shit, because this isn't scripted, it all comes freestyle. Oud Satin Mood with a kiss of Kilian's Black Phantom, definitely a ball spray. Nice and congested. Let the Vicks vapor rub and the Bengay mix with Tobacco Rose soak into my nasal cavities.
A little vapor rub will soothe me.
The joint's a vibe. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested in this joint. Shout out to everybody who's like, cool, get Tobacco Rose. And finally, when my right nostril completely decongests, I can truly enjoy the essences of this fragrance. No? I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all snitches next time. What's your favorite BDK fragrance? Leave it in the comments below. Smooch.
Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.